Right guys, Mark Crossfield here. In my hands today, I'm trying the new Ping G irons. So Ping have lost the number, gone all pretty. We're going to go the G irons from Ping. It's really hideous weather, so I've been fortunate enough to come into the golf cave here at Honton Golf Club, home of Adrian Cave, the head pro, and also the very infamous and famous James PIckard. We have some special guests as well hitting these clubs later, also for some real ball data. As always, G irons from Ping. Let's get stuck in. So the Ping irons, G series, or the G irons, they've changed their looks. These have gone pretty silvery. They've got a ferrule on. They've gone pretty looking. They're still relatively thick-soled, and when you look down at them, you've got a nice kind of chunkier top line, but because of the colouring of them, you actually, the bit of the top line kind of drops away from the shadowing almost, so it actually doesn't make it look down at the ball as thick as some of the older G irons have looked. And certainly people who maybe have not gone into Ping irons prior because they've missed things like the ferrule, even if they don't articulate that, they don't know that, they look at them and think, oh, they don't look very nice. It's the things like the ferrule and the chroming that make lots of people pick a club up and go, oh, that looks really nice. And it's interesting that Ping have gone that way. Now, me personally, I'm a bit of a Ping fan in the sense that I like Pings looking kind of their brutal way that they did. So these are going to kind of have to grow on me. It'll be interesting to see the performance on them as well. But the looks have certainly gone very pretty for Ping. We've got this little circle on the back, which we saw in the G series irons. This is going to make the face, allows them to make it thinner, Ping are saying, up to 4 times more bounce, I think they're saying, than the G30 series, all built for distance and all those kind of things. You've got to remember the G series is a big, heavy cavity backed iron. It's there to try and help you as much as possible. So they're saying this thing's going to help with ball speeds across the face and maxing ball speeds. We get a hidden kind of thing in the back here, tuning port, I think Ping call it, which pulls the weight off the face, higher MOIs, again helping with those strikes from all around the face. The shafts, you're going heavier shafts in the lower clubs, so as in, or in the more lofted clubs. So the lower lofted clubs, 3 irons, 4 irons, the shaft is lighter. Try and help you control the face to pass a little better as you get into the longer, lower lofted clubs. And then you get into the more gaming clubs, the weight of the shaft is changing to get a little bit heavier, which is, again, just helping you control the iron as much as possible, is what Ping are saying. So Ping have gone pretty, they've dropped the number, they've gone pretty. Let's see what the performance of this club is like when we hit it with some real balls here in the golf cave. Right guys, so we're going to give it a go. I've got the 6 iron. We've got Coach Lockey here over off camera. Hello Coach, and we've got James PIckard who's also going to come in here. Hello James.
Hello.
Thanks for joining and inviting us along. I'm just going to get a few shots with the 6 iron, see what kind of numbers I get out of it. Down by the ball looks really good. Little bit of offset, and even at the top line is quite chunky, like I said. Because of the shadowing, it kind of drops off at the back. It doesn't look massive when you're in gaming position. I really do think this club's going to appeal to people who want a better looking Ping G iron, because this one is doing it. I'm actually a bit more the other way. I prefer the more brutal looking one, but let's give it a hit. So I've hit that pretty nice. My 6 iron's like 170 really in the clubs I'm using at the minute, and it can get down to 165 if I'm not careful. Oh, stiffed it guys. Just the 180 stiff. Oh yes, my please. Let's hit another one. A bit toey that. So you see it going left. Not bad for distance considering I call that out the toe, is it? That's kind of 179. Leave one more go. Get that nice. That should be close, really.
Pretty good one.
Get in. In you go. Ah.
2 birdie putts.
We've not got the sound on, James. That's an applause normally. Go on then, Matt. You want to hit it?
Yeah.
So, James, can you bring up my average there? What was I averaging with the 6? It must have been 180.
You go 180 exactly.
Yeah, 180 average. That is longer. The loft of this is 27, I think we saw, wasn't it, guys? Was it 27? So it is a stronger lofted club. What's the launch angle? If you bring that back up, sorry. Just launching at 17 degrees, which is relatively high, decent height for me. Peaking height, 33. So it's getting high. It's getting up there. The spin, there it is. Look, total spin. What's that saying, James? 5,000?
5,000, yeah.
So that's a 6 iron. 5,000 spin, that's dropping. That's where that distance is coming from. Why would that be getting less spin? What's making that happen? Do you guys know?
So that's loft as well.
Anything else?
CG placement.
Yeah, I'm hitting above the CG. CG's low.
Yeah.
I'm hitting above it. It's dragging spin off it, so it just keeps going through the air. Bladed iron, CG's generally a bit higher, so you're hitting not above it. So, and often you're hitting almost below it a little bit. Bottom of the club, I would. It spins a bit more. So it's a low spinning iron, which people think might be a good thing. People always relate low spin to a great thing. That ball's got to stop the other end. So there's always a trade-off in club design. That's what people don't understand. I had people on Twitter last night going, but surely clubs are all max. They're all the same. No one's maxing every element of design. Distance, MOI, speed, weight. You can't max them all, shape, sizes, because the club becomes unfunctional. So there's always going to be trade-offs. And the trade-off here, I get my distance, and it does seduce me, and I'm kind of tempted to do that. But I'm losing spin, so what happens if the pin is tucked? Is that 6 iron going to stop for me is the question. Go on, Matt, let's see you hit some. I'm 180 average, which for me is pretty healthy on 6.
I'm just going to try it further than you.
Just hitting a gaming shot for you. What is James laughing?
There you go. That's my general gaming shot, isn't it?
That's exactly it. You want someone passing the wedge, he wants to do a bit of magic there on the next one. What did that go? 167? Was that?
It's long ball there.
Fat.
It's your shadows in the way.
Oh, is it? Sorry. Oh, yeah, it was. I moved my shadow and you ripped it.
Exactly.
That's a good shot.
Yours are higher than mine, eh?
Very good shot. That's on the green. That's going 183. Matt is generally half a club further than me when we're using similar clubs, aren't you, with an iron?
Oh, leaky one.
A little bit to the right.
All over that way.
Pattern forming.
Path.
How can no one can ever question GC2's accuracy, can they, with that? That's exactly what happens on every course log. So what if we bring that up?
The average has gone down.
Yeah, but if you bring the average up, you can cross mine out. Look, you see the ticks. If you de-tick mine,
Oh,
no, don't delete that. Don't delete the shot. Just de-tick it. Yeah, that's it, and then leave his 3 there. So you've deleted one of mine, and I'll punish you later for that.
Yeah.
He's averaging 177, but he's 182 with a decent hit. Matt would hit that iron half a club further than me. It's just arguably my strike is a little bit more consistent. His spin is totaling, well, it's 5.7, 5.8 on the 2. It drops down his average 5.2 because you had a 4.7 in there. Is 5, say, spinning it a bit more than me, which is common food delivery. Probably quite similar to your power bats that you're using, I'd say.
Yeah.
What do you think of the look?
Looks nice. I prefer the chromy.
You like the prettier look rather than the older
And the
Jesus?
ferrule. I've never been sort of a ping player, so I quite like the new design.
Cool. James, come on. Everyone wants to see it. Right, so James Pickard's going to hit some. James, what's your normal distance on a 6 iron?
About 190.
So he's about 190, and you're using much more of a classic,
Yeah.
not such a powerful lofted set and what have you, aren't you? Go on, let's see you hit some. What do you think of the look, actually?
Looks nice, quite compact for it looks more compact.
Doesn't it? Even though it's not. If you
Especially
look,
than the last ones, like the G30s were pretty big.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think it's so much to do with the colourway doing that.
Yeah.
Just deceiving your eye. Shadows and colours can do that so.
Yeah, I think it looks nice.
Because when you bring it up close to your eye, you can see there's plenty of help still there. But definitely it's the best looking G, isn't it, if you like prettier looking clubs. Go on then. Let's see it. That sound like a good strike?
Bit bottomy that one.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the only one who hits the green, Matt. Free putt, 1 up. At 185. 190 normally you are, aren't
you? Heel.
Is it? And just moving to the right. Performance, anxiety issues as always
must be,
for James.
Struggling, nervous.
176. Yeah.
Leaky one again. It's not hitting it great.
So if we bring that average up there, Matt, it's interesting, isn't it? I think this club is a bit of a leveller.
Yeah.
As in for us. Because your spin, I don't reckon, particularly will come down. So if you go up top right, Matt. So if you cross out, yeah, hold on, leave the...
That's not too bad.
So he's spinning it 5.2, but you've got miss hits in there. Like you've got a 5,000 and you're 5.5, 5.4.
Peak height
45, so you're struggling with that.
Yeah.
Where that club is helping me with peak height, it's almost harming you in some ways. So this is what I love about this club, and this is where I think when again people say about aren't clubs maxed? Well, the rules are there, they're maxed, but we're all so different, and they offer such different kind of options. This is going to suit me down to the ground. Someone who wants a bit more distance, I'm going to sacrifice maybe that little bit of land the other end with spin, where for you, who already puts enough distance in yourself, it's actually punishing you in some ways.
Yeah.
So an interesting one. And you prefer the look of that a bit more?
Than the old one, yeah. I think with the ferrule makes it kind of look a little bit, as you say, a bit nicer,
yeah,
more finished.
And the chrome as well, I think it's quite unique for P.
Yeah.
Cool. There we go, G irons. What do you think, guys? Definitely consensus is we all like the look of it a bit more. I'm actually split. I like the look of it a bit more, as in I get it's prettier. My own like little kind of love for the older looking ping is still in there, which makes me what I would prefer this personally in the matte finish without the ferrule. But that's all cosmetic. Certainly helps me. I think it helps you to a certain extent, and it could help you, but also I think it could harm you a little bit. So different styles, isn't it? It's about getting out there and trying them and see which one you like. I'm quite impressed with that. Absolutely, it's a club that could be used by, well, from me down at a 0 handicap as a pro up to beginners. Joking aside, but it is up to beginners, isn't it? As anyone could game it. Good stuff. Post comments down below. G iron, you excited? You like the looks of it or not? Post those comments as always. Speak to you soon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for loads more videos. Find me on Instagram at Crossfield Mark. Also on Twitter at 4golfonline. Find me on Facebook, Mark Crossfield. Thanks for watching. Post comments as always, and see you soon.